Welcome back to the show. When I say Make-A-Wish, I think all of you at home go, I'm familiar with that amazing organization celebrating their 40th anniversary this year. They've got an amazing event coming up because they're so innovative. They're always looking for ways to raise funds, of course, and to make a child's wish come true. And joining me from Make-A-Wish Canada, Eastern Ontario chapter, is Sharon Forbes, who's the development manager over there. Welcome, Sharon.
Yeah,
Great
thank you so much for having me.
And as I said, 40 years, like when you told me that, I knew it was a big year, but when you told me that, I was so amazed. I mean, let's talk about the impact that you've had over the last 40 years.
Oh my gosh, it is a blessing to work for this organization because there is story after story of amazing wishes and the impact that it has on a family. We are, I think, at 37,000 wishes since the conception of Make-A-Wish. And it just keeps going. Every 20 minutes in Canada, a child is diagnosed with a critical illness. And so at the rate of 3 an hour, the need is never ending.
Can you share a personal story? Because I imagine, you know, you and I were talking in the green room and how fulfilling it is to be part of a foundation like this, right? Does a story come to mind of a Make-A-Wish family, a Make-A-Wish child to you?
Yeah, I have dozens of stories, but the one that's been on my mind lately is about an 11-year-old boy, and he has cerebral palsy, and his wish was for a gaming computer. And to me, I thought, oh, a gaming computer. But it hit me when he said, you know, to me, when I am gaming, I am just like all the other kids, and I can't navigate the physical world as well as I can navigate the digital world.
Right.
And so to a child with critical illness, a computer is not a computer. It is an escape, and it is a sense of normalcy. And I will never forget that.
Yeah, no, I
Never.
mean, it rings true, right? And for him, for a child to recognize that too, right, is pretty amazing. I find, you know, from having conversations with people like yourself and even children, you know, from Make-A-Wish that have had the maturity, how quickly that a child needs to mature, right, and to have that kind of thought process is pretty amazing.
Yeah,
right?
they go through an abnormal childhood. Instead of going to birthday parties and sporting events with their friends and family, they're persevering through treatments and surgeries. And their future is sometimes unknown, and it can be a very dark place.
Yeah.
So having a wish come true, or even knowing that a wish is going to come true, gives them hope, and that power of positive thinking and that strength of hope means the world to these kids. And their doctors will even tell us that once they get Make-A-Wish involved, they see a turning point in a child's treatment, and their mental health and their physical health elevates.
I'm not surprised to hear that at all. Of course, you know, being able to make these wishes come true takes a lot of funds, right? You have a great event coming up. As I said, you guys are so innovative. What have you got planned?
I'm really excited about this event. It is the 8th annual Wine for Wishes event. And of course, it was on hiatus during the pandemic, so we are thrilled that it is returning. It's our first in-person event since the pandemic. So we partner with Live 88.5 Children's Fund, and we bring together these amazing restaurants, wineries, craft breweries, spirit producers, all into one amazing space, the Shaw Centre Trillium Ballroom. It's a beautiful, beautiful spot. And our guests get to go and enjoy the food and beverages, and their tickets are all inclusive. So if they like one booth over another, they can visit it 3 or 4 times. I remember in 2019, there was a ceviche, and I went back 3 or 4 times for that one myself. Yeah, and then the guests also get an opportunity to participate in some raffles, a silent auction, and we have a really popular event called the Cork Pull event.
What is that? Tell me about that.
So people will make a donation of $25, and they'll get to pull out a numbered cork from a vessel. And then as they leave the event, they'll hand in their numbered cork and we'll give them a corresponding bottle of wine or spirits. So we have some really great offerings there. You get to go home with a bottle of wine as well as have a great time and raise money for kids.
Well, and I think people really appreciate the style of event too, right? Because it's so social, and as you said, with 3 years of people not getting out, it's a great opportunity to socialize and mingle and
we get to dress up.
And dress up.
We get to dress up and go and have a really fabulous time and eat some great food and drink some great beverages. So,
Sharon, what's the average cost of a wish?
The average cost of a wish is $10,000.
It is, eh?
Yeah.
So events like this are incredibly important.
Incredibly important. We get most of our donations through these events and community donations from individuals and corporations, and we're always working hard to get funds because, as I mentioned, the need never ends.
Yeah. What are some of the more common wishes that you see at Make-A-Wish?
Well, I'm thrilled to announce that travel is back.
Yes,
and
yes,
so,
I can imagine that'd be a big one.
We send a lot of people to Florida these days, and thankfully so, because they waited a long time to get on a plane and go meet their favorite princesses and go on all the rides.
Disney! I mean, Disney. Is that the most popular wish?
It is. It is the most, and rightfully so, because a Wish kid who goes to Disney gets a very different experience than you or I taking our families to Disney. It's pretty special for them.
Any wish that was so unique it really stands out in your mind that you would have never thought of, that a child has approached you for?
Yes. Over the pandemic, we had a wish child wish for a chicken coop.
No way.
Yes way.
That is so cool.
Yes, they wished for a chicken coop. And of course, they received a chicken coop with some lovely hens. And I believe they used the funds raised from selling their eggs, and part of that comes back to Make-A-Wish. They're wishing it forward.
That's an amazing story. So yeah, the event is coming up. Tell everybody where and when again, a reminder.
It's at the Shaw Center on May 9th, which is a Tuesday. It runs from 6:30 to 10 p.m.
Okay.
Tickets are $125 and they're available on our website, makeawish.ca/wine for wishes, or you can also find it through our events page at the makeawish.ca website.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Sharon, for joining us.
My absolute pleasure.
Really appreciate it. We'll be back with more Daytime Ottawa right after this. Don't go anywhere.